So today's lecture is about coverage A in your insurance policy. Sometimes it's called coverage A, sometimes it's called building coverage. This is your primary coverage that covers the main structure or structures on your property. And when you look on the declarations page, you'll see an amount of coverage for that building. That doesn't necessarily mean that's the only coverage you have or the only money that you have, but it's the first place to look. Now, what is the building structure? The building structure itself is if you could physically take your house or your business and turn it upside down and shake it, it would be everything that's left inside. It doesn't include contents. It doesn't include your personal possessions. And when you're reviewing your policy and you're trying to determine how much you have, you need to see if that's enough money for you to be able to rebuild your property. In California, the general rule is somewhere between $500 a square foot and $1,000 a square foot. Now, there are exceptions to that. If you have a very old structure that's very poorly built, it might be $200 or $300. It's pretty hard to imagine it would be much less than that. And more than $1,000, if it's a very special structure, that might be the kind of coverage that you need. Most people in California are probably underinsured, but looking at your policy and understanding what coverage you have for your building, your coverage A, is the first thing you need to understand to see how much you're going to have. It doesn't mean that an insurance company is simply going to write you a check for that amount, even if your building is a total loss. A lot of times insurance companies try to dole the money out. The truth is, you're entitled to the actual cash value of your structure if it is a total loss the minute after the loss, and that's your money. And one option that homeowners have is they can take that money and buy another house with it if it is at least of like kind and quality. You also could simply take that money, never rebuild, and put that money into your own pocket. Those are your choices. Those aren't the choices the insurance companies can make for you. You've got to understand that that's your money. And there are times when insurance companies will try to put your lender on the check, or that your lender has a right to that amount. There's some truth in that, but also you need to work with your lender, because if you need that money to rebuild, your lender has to allow you access to that money to rebuild. So understanding your building structure and understanding how much you have and what you can do with it is very important as your first step to rebuilding your home or your business. This is Brian Kabateck, and other lectures will cover other parts of the policy, or Kabateck LLP. If you have questions or would like to follow up, reach out to us at kbklawyers.com. This is not, however, the creation of an attorney-client relationship, but we're happy to talk to you if you have questions.